What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are back doing a rumor that's been going around now. This isn't official yet, but all signs are obviously pointing towards this happening. Jalen Brunson apparently is going to sign a max contract through the Knicks when free agency does open up. This is based off what the Knicks have been doing with their trades and all other kinds of stuff. So let's talk about it, and let's do this Jalen Brunson New York Knicks rebuild. Before we get into today's video, guys, make sure you drop a like and, of course, subscribe. If you're new around here, it'd be greatly appreciated. We are so close to 25,000 subs, so helping me get there would be greatly appreciated. Real quick update before we talk about the couple trades that did go down. I am on a completely different file now here in 2K. The one I was using for the last 6 or 7 videos, it's completely dead, man. It's dead. I don't know what happened, but now I can't sim past December 11th, so if you were downloading the one that I shared to you guys, don't do it. It does not sim past December 11th, so it's completely dead. I'm on a different one now. So this one seems like it's okay. I mean, it's the best one I could find for now, so it is what it is, man. I'm not sure what's up with 2K and their share scenarios, but they crash after a while, I guess, man. So it is what it is. So, but let's talk about the trade that did go down. So there was one that went down this morning. KCP Ish Smith for Will Barton, Monte Morris. I did a whole reaction video to that over on Crushables Extended. I'm not gonna talk about that one too much in depth today, but this one is the one, obviously, which is pointing all signs to Jalen Brunson going to the Knicks. They're dumping salary, making all these salary-saving moves. They traded Kimball Walker already as well to the Pistons, so Nerlens Noel and Alec Burks are also headed to Detroit. So it's just literally a whole salary dump, and then it sounds like what's being reported as the Knicks want Jalen Brunson. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into free agency and we're gonna sign Jalen Brunson to a contract that's being reported around 27.5 to around 30 million per year for Jalen Brunson. So that is what we're going to give him here in free agency and put him on the New York Knicks and see what this would look like. So let's sign Jalen Brunson to this contract, this max contract that the Knicks are opening up for Jalen Brunson. And then I do want Mitchell Robinson back as well. So yes, all these moves aren't for like Bradley Beal or anything like that. It's for Jalen Brunson, which is kind of crazy. It's interesting, I will tell you. Now, I do like Jalen Brunson as a player. No knock against him. I'm just not sure if making all these moves to just save money just to go get him on a max contract makes all the sense in the world, but who knows? Maybe it works out for them. So Jalen Brunson is the point guard on the Knicks now. So obviously there's also been some rumors said that Jalen Brunson's not the only thing the Knicks are looking to do. So we'll see what else they have up their sleeve. But for this particular rebuild this offseason, I don't think I'm going to do anything else other than just signing Jalen Brunson and having Mitchell Robinson back. So if we look at our rotation completely, we have Derrick Rose, Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickley. We have Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Cameron Reddish, Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, and then Mitchell Robinson. So there's also been kind of some rumors that they might still be going after like Dejounte Murray as well. Jalen Brunson and Dejounte Murray as a backcourt would be very, very interesting. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but regardless, let me know what you guys' overall thoughts are on Jalen Brunson, though, being like heavily pursued by the Knicks like this. I think it's interesting, and I really want to see what this is going to look like in 2K. So like I said, Julius Randle also could be traded technically, but I'm going to leave it the way as it is currently right now. I'm going to roll with this. I want to see what this is going to look like. So it's Jalen Brunson, it's RJ Barrett, and it's Julius Randle as your big three. And then we got Mitchell Robinson back as well. Derrick Rose Quickley are going to be off the bench for us, and then Cameron Reddish progressing, Evan Fournier. So we're going to see what this is going to look like. I'm very, very intrigued and very, very excited to see how this would look here in 2K. And then in real life, I'm also intrigued to see as well what kind of role Jalen Brunson could expand himself into. Could he become like an all-star as like the starting point guard in New York, or does he have like a whole new level to his game? I mean, he's been playing with Luka Doncic a lot, obviously, and he was really good in the playoffs. So if we take a look at the starting five, I think they want to start Quentin Grimes because this is on a defensive system currently. I'm going to move this to a balanced system for this year, and we're going to see how this is going to look. So let's fix this, put this to a balance, and then we'll see if the rotation changes at all. So moving this to a balanced system, and if we take a real quick look at it, it's going to be Jalen Brunson, Evan Fournier, which I think makes a little bit more sense. So it's Jalen Brunson, Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitch Robinson. That is the starting five for the Knicks. So I'm curious to see how this is going to look. Derrick Rose will be the sixth man, one last year. Then we'll probably give that reign over to Quickley after this year. And Cameron Reddish off the bench and Quentin Grimes. So this is a pretty solid rotation. I think I would be mistaken if I didn't have Obi Toppin in here as well. So RJ Barrett's going to be getting a lot of minutes. Julius Randle, of course, like I said, could be traded, but he'll be here for now. And Jalen Brunson with 29 minutes, which actually I would love to see Jalen Brunson maybe get a little bit more minutes since he is, like I said, kind of the title of the video. I want to see him in like a very, very expanded role. So I'm going to go ahead and move RJ Barrett shot tendency and Jalen Brunson. So Julius Randle moved down to like an 82-ish. And then RJ Barrett want to be like an 90, let's say 95-ish. And then Jalen Brunson, since he is getting this max contract, I want him to go out there and prove it. Give me some good numbers. I'm going to give him like a 90 shot tendency. So let's go ahead and simulate this here with Jalen Brunson on the New York Knicks. Let's see what this is going to look like. And let's see if this is a playoff team out east. So at the end of this season, Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Paulo wins Rookie of the Year on the Magic. John Wall's your sixth man on the Raptors, even though he should be on the Clippers. That'll fix that eventually. Giannis Defensive Player. Kevin Porter Jr. Most Improved. And Taylor Jenkins, Coach of the Year. Matthew Ash is your executive. So here's your NBA first team: Luka, John Morant, Giannis, Tatum, Jokic. All NBA second team, all NBA third team. And here's all defensive first team and all defensive second team. So if we look at the seeding, obviously we are not in the playoffs. We were the 13th seed out east. I do want to look at the stats though. So we had 18 from Jalen Brunson. So in his expanded role, only averaged 18 points per game. Obviously, we need to make this Knicks roster better, which is what our plan is going to be this offseason. So that's what we're going to do. That's going to be the game plan. Try to make this roster better because we were the 13th seed. So not good at all. So let's go ahead and see who wins the championship real quick. And then we'll try to expand on Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett. Those will be the two guys we definitely keep. And we'll see what else we decide to do to, further solidify this roster. But the Celtics beat the Grizzlies in 6 games. So let's go straight to the draft lottery. Let's see what pick we can get in the lottery. We are projected the number 10 and number 1 overall pick. Okay. Sure. If you want to give me number 1, I ain't going to complain. But we do end up with number 10. And it looks like the Wizards had protections on that pick as they get the 3rd overall pick. So we got number 10 in the lottery, which honestly, at this point, I'm not really looking to... Well, I guess I could draft technically, which I got to make sure... Oh, wait. Did I roll a draft class? I'm pretty sure I did. And yes, I did. So we do have a draft class loaded. So at number 10, we could get like somebody solid. But for me personally, I would love nothing more than to make some trades. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to fill out this coaching staff. I'm going to try to make another trade to put this team back in the playoffs because we did not make the playoffs. And it's been 2 years in a row now that we're not in the playoffs and we need to get back. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make some moves to get in the playoffs. And then let's see what trade we can make after I fill this out. So here we are on draft night, and we actually have 3 first-round picks in this draft, which is kind of cool, which obviously we could just add some, players to this core, but I actually want to make a trade. I do. I really do want to make a trade here to further make this roster better. Maybe that's trading Julius Randle here as well. We can trade him to the Bulls for the 15th overall pick and Kyle Anderson. I actually wouldn't mind doing something like that. So we could trade him to Chicago, and he gets out of our hair. So we might do something like that. We could get Montrezl Harrell in the 14th overall pick. Sure, maybe. I kind of like that trade with the Bulls, though. So I'm going to go ahead and make that trade. We're going to trade We're going to trade Julius Randle for Kyle Anderson in the 15th overall pick via the Portland Trail Blazers. So we get the 15th overall pick for Julius Randle. We get Kyle Anderson in return. And then the other trade I want to make, which this was somewhat a rumor, apparently, that the Knicks are in on this player as well. So let's go ahead and make it happen. While this would be interesting spacing-wise, I guess it could be interesting at least here in 2K. Apparently, they are interested in Dejounte Murray. Now, I don't know if they plan on getting Dejounte Murray and Jalen Brunson this offseason, but we could try to do it right now. We do have Evan Fournier's contract, which matches like perfectly. So Fournier or Dejounte Murray straight up obviously is not what we're going to do. So let's say we did 10, 13, 15, and then like a future first round pick via us or something like that. Unprotected. So 3 first round picks is exactly what the Spurs were kind of searching for. We get Dejounte Murray from them, and just like that, we get Dejounte Murray. So now we have a backcourt of Murray and Jalen Brunson. I don't know what that would look like. I don't know how good that's really going to be, but we're going to roll with it. We're going to see what happens because we needed to get better, and Dejounte Murray makes us better. Now, as far as fit is concerned, it might be a little interesting, but we'll figure it out later on. So obviously, now that we did that, we do need a power forward replacement. We traded Julius Randle on draft night, and we got a couple of other picks out of it. So Chris Livingston, I'm going to go ahead and take here with my 23rd overall pick, and then we also have 24 as well. So Chris Livingston, and then, of course, we'll also go ahead and take, let's say, Trace Jackson Davis, since we do need a power forward, maybe at least some depth there. Unless we wanted to start Obi Toppin, but we'll see. So we get Chris Livingston and Trace Jackson Davis. Welcome to the Knicks. Derrick Rose, I'm going to decline. I'm not going to decline Obi Toppin, though. And then as far as qualifying offers concerned, Cameron Reddish and RJ are both free agents, which I plan on bringing both of them back, I think. And then as far as other guys are concerned, Derrick Rose, I won't be bringing back. I want Quickly to be that backup point guard for us. So it's Quickly and Jalen Brunson, Dejounte Murray, Quentin Grimes, which I'm okay with that guard rotation as it sits currently. You have Chris Livingston, which I like him as a backup small forward, or a trade chip for a power forward if we need to. Kyle Anderson could technically be our starting power forward. Do I want it to be like that? Not sure. So let's see. I mean, I guess, well, we're looking to get RJ Barrett back, obviously. We could go for like a Jeremy Grant. He would fit very nicely, but Keldon Johnson's here as well. That'd be kind of nice to steal Keldon Johnson, but we could have Keldon Johnson and Dejounte Murray here. Harrison Barnes, Grant Williams. I mean, any of these guys would be cool. I wouldn't mind a Grant Williams here in New York. If I get Grant Williams without, let's say I renounced Cameron Reddish. Okay, I could renounce Cameron Reddish and I could sign Grant Williams. Do I do that? Because we did draft Chris Livingston. So, yeah, or no, it doesn't matter. So I guess we maybe aren't renouncing Cameron Reddish. So RJ Barrett's getting an offer. Of course, we're not going to let him go. That'd be stupid. So we're going to get RJ Barrett back. And then we have like Garland out here. Reddish, I do want back. But if there's a better power forward, which Grant Williams would have been that for me. Other than that, is there anyone else I really want? Like there's O'Shea Brissett, there's Nicholas Batum. But none of these guys are like, hey, man, maybe I should do that. So I think I'm just going to re-sign Cameron Reddish at the end of the day. So let's just go ahead and get Cameron Reddish back. He wants quite a bit, but I'm okay with him as a bench piece for this team. So Cameron Reddish, welcome back. And now we kind of have a interesting rotation of like Brunson quickly. Dejounte Murray is here now. Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Cameron Reddish, Chris Livingston, and then you have Kyle Anderson, Obi Toppin, Mitch Robinson. So we technically do have a full rotation. We do have a starting power forward like Kyle Anderson and Obi Toppin, but I might stop at the trade deadline and make a trade for a better power forward because obviously I'm not sold on having like Kyle Anderson be my starting power forward. But we got rid of Julius Randle at the end of the day, which is what we wanted to accomplish, which I think a lot of Knicks fans do want to see happen this offseason, which I think it could. It very well could, but who knows? So let's load this draft class and then let's look at this rotation. Now that we have Dejounte Murray and Jalen Brunson, again, the spacing would be a little interesting, be a little peculiar, but I think it could work here, and at least in 2K. So Jalen Brunson, Dejounte Murray, RJ Barrett, Kyle Anderson's your starting power forward, at least for now. Mitch Robinson, quickly, Cameron Reddish, Quentin Grimes, and Chris Livingston. Honestly, our bench is like fantastic. I really love our bench. So I guess I'll continue to run a 10-minute rotation. If I do decide to stop at the trade deadline to make some kind of trade for a better power forward, I will do that. But for now, I'm going to leave things as they are. Dejounte Murray shot tendency is high. RJ's is, and so is Jalen Brunson, which I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and simulate this year. We did not make the playoffs last year, but Dejounte Murray here, obviously, we're looking to be back in the postseason. At the end of the season, Joel Embiid wins MVP. Victor wins Rookie of the Year on the Thunder. Jordan Poole, 6th man for the Warriors. Giannis, Defensive Player. Cameron Thomas, Most Improved for the Brooklyn Nets. Love to see that. And then Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. Alexander, Executive. So All-NBA First Team, All-NBA Second Team, and All-NBA Third Team, All-Defensive First Team, and All-Defensive Second Team. So we did get into the playoffs. So we are back in the postseason, which is where we wanted to be. I decided not to stop at the trade deadline and make a trade for a power forward because I liked what we were doing this season. So Brunson averaging 16. So never been like a 20-point per game scorer for us, but we do have some other guys that can score. So I won't totally blame Jalen Brunson. I've been trying to give him like the bulk of the work. But hey, I mean, as far as spacing is concerned, yeah, like Murray shot 31, RJ shot 38, which isn't too bad. Quickly 41, Reddish with 37. So not too shabby. Kyle Anderson, not that great either. So I obviously am looking to still replace him. But for now, we have a playoff series against the Orlando Magic. So if we look at the Magic's roster, they have Fultz, who's up to an 88. Suggs up to an 85. Franz Wagner, Paulo, Wendell Carter, Cole Anthony, Jonathan Isaac, Mohamed Bamba, and Malik Beasley. So similar current round against Orlando. And we are going to lose in 7. So we lose in 7. Almost pushed the Magic to like 7. Oh, we almost get past the Magic, I should say. And then the Pistons go on to win it all. So I think we need one more offseason here to try to make this roster a championship caliber team, with Jalen Brunson being our starting point guard. We are projected the 5th pick via the Washington Wizards. That could actually be huge. And we get the 6th pick via the Wizards. So we have the 6th overall pick in this draft. So do we use the 6th pick for like a power forward perhaps? I think we do. And if 2K crashes on me here, okay, it didn't. Oh my dude, 2K froze. And I'm like, bro, please don't crash. It didn't crash, thankfully. We're good. Okay. Here we go. Let's get a head coach on this team. We need some type of head coach. Michael Stauffer, I guess, or Tyronn Lue. I mean, anybody would be great. Frank Vogel. What else we got? Nick Nurse. We can get Nick Nurse. Sure. No, we're not going to get either. Okay, Tom Thibodeau. I guess we'll just get you back. Where are you at, Tom Thibodeau? If you're out here somewhere, please just come to the team. And Dwayne Casey's here. David Fizdale, who was once upon a time a Knick head coach. I don't see Tom Thibodeau anywhere unless if I passed him. All right, let me get a head coach, and we'll get into some crazy trades potentially. So here we are heading into the NBA draft where we have pick number 6. So I'm curious to see if I want to trade this pick or do I want to draft a player. So we have Bronny James on the board, obviously, which I could take. McKenzie, but I want to actually explore the trade market for number 6. Number 6, let's say Cameron Reddish and Chris Livingston or something like that. So all of this for a potential player. Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Simons. Okay, so none of those really could work out. So let's try this again. So 12 offers. Rudy Gobert, Fox, Wendell Carter, Anthony Simons, Marvin Bagley, Josh Hart, Kevin Porter, Brandon Clark, Keldon Johnson from the Spurs, Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson, Dylan Brooks and Nurkic. Okay, there's actually some. We could bring Porzingis back to the Knicks. Do I like the Keldon Johnson trade? No, I think we just draft here. I think we just draft at number 6. So we have like Bronny James on the board. I'm going to take, do I take McKenzie? I don't know who I take here. So we got Robert Dillingham, Matt Bewley, who he's projected to be pretty good, I guess. He does. I just take Matt Bewley, I guess, with a 6 over. I don't know who's good. So welcome to the team. Matt Bewley was a 78 overall, so I'll take it. Player options, or I guess rookie signing. Player options, Quentin Grimes is back. Qualifying offers. Quickly and Obi Toppin and Miles McBride are all free agents. I would love to have them back, but we'll see what else. Ooh, do we have enough money for like Cat? No, we don't. Damn, that'd be cool. But Dejounte is a free agent. Oh, we gotta re-sign Dejounte. So yeah, let's take care of that. Of course, Dejounte Murray. So we'll have Murray and Jalen Brunson on some large contracts. I'm not sure I love that, but that's what we got. Man, I would love Cat, but that's not gonna happen. So what do we have enough money for? Quickly, I want back Kyle Anderson, Harrison Barnes. We get Obi Toppin back, and maybe that's just how we have to run things. Just get Obi Toppin back and call it good. We want Quickly back, and then we actually have some depth. So I think it's safe to say we could get a power forward here. Now, as far as which one, that remains to be seen. But we need to get a power forward here that makes sense. Like Dorian Finney-Smith is kind of a guy I'm kind of looking for. Something like that. Or even if we wanted to go for it all, like Siakam. We want to get Siakam on the Knicks. Jeremy Grant. The Blazers maybe would trade me Jeremy Grant. He would actually be kind of perfect, low key. Randall, we didn't want Randall back, but I mean, in this file, or even John Collins, but in this file, Jeremy Grant is a 86 overall. So do I just go for Jeremy Grant? What is he being? He's being paid $18 million for 4 years. We do need a better power forward. So Cameron Reddish for Jeremy Grant, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we got to do something. So let's say we threw in Trace Jackson Davis. They don't agree to that. Okay, I don't know how many firsts I want to. I'll trade. Whoa, that pick is actually really valuable. Let's say not Dejounte Murray. What am I doing? No, not Dejounte Murray. Okay, this pick, unprotected Knicks pick. Don't agree to it yet. I'll offer you 2027. I mean, and they agree. Okay, so we trade quite a bit to get Jeremy Grant, but we needed a better power forward, and we got it. So now we have Jeremy Grant to kind of complete the roster in a way, and now we just need Quickly and Toppin back. So I'm going to sign Mano Quickly back to a deal, and we'll have him back. And then we have kind of a good team here in New York. So I think that was the last move we could have made that would make sense for us. So I'm curious to see what player progression is going to treat us like. So taking a look at things, Obi Toppin, and then player progression. Jeremy Grant's down to an 85, but hey, he's at 85. I will take that. Jalen Brunson's not going up. Mitch Robinson, Mano Quickly. So I think this is the last season I'm going to run. I was just curious to see what Jalen Brunson would look like in New York here, at least on 2K. 2K in real life don't correlate for the most part, but regardless, I think we have a pretty good team here for the most part. I mean, looking at the starting 5, it's Brunson, it's Dejounte Murray, it's RJ Barrett, it's Jeremy Grant, it's Mitch Robinson. Quickly out the bench, Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, Chris Livingston. I like it personally. As far as proficiency is concerned, 3.5 grit and grind. Can we be a 4-star anywhere? Yes, we can. We'll be a 4-star balance. So I'm going to move this to a balanced system. We're going to simulate season number 3. We have a full coaching staff. Tom Thibodeau, I could not find for whatever reason. I guess he retired apparently. We're going to simulate this season. This is our final chance. Let's go see if we win a championship with Jalen Brunson as a starting point guard. So in this third and final season, LaMelo Ball wins MVP. Bronny James, Rookie of the Year on the Utah Jazz. Chet Holmgren, 6-man, apparently. And then Giannis, Defensive Player. Tyrese Halliburton, Most Improved. And Steven is your Coach of the Year. So I guess Victor and Chet Holmgren are like taking over each other's spots. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, if I'm the Thunder, I'm having those two start together. You know how crazy that could be? Those two in the starting, that'd be kind of crazy. But regardless, we actually got the third seed in the Eastern Conference. We get to play LaMelo Ball in round 1, which will be interesting. But we averaged 21 with RJ Barrett, 19 from Dejounte Murray, 18 from Jeremy Grant, 17 from Jalen Brunson. So it's just a lot of interesting players kind of thrown together here in New York. And this was the final product that we put together. So again, you know, this is Jalen Brunson and Dejounte Murray as a backcourt is a little questionable, but that was a rumor, so I don't know. We'll see. We get to play Charlotte Hornets in round 1. We have LaMelo, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams. Obviously, this is our final chance, so we're looking at least get out of the first round. Game 1, we're off 1-0. Good start. Game 2, 2-0. So far, so good. 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? No, they even it up. So, okay. Game 5 in New York. Obviously, like I said, losing the first round is not really a good option here because this is our last chance. I'm going to end it off after this season, no matter what. So, if we lose in round 1 to the Hornets, then GG's, I guess. I want to do a fun video with Jalen Brunson as the point guard, and that did not work out. So here we go. Game 6 in Charlotte. We lose game 5. So if we lose to the Hornets here, then it is what it is. So let's see. Can we force a game 7 back to New York? It's a close game, and they almost took the lead back. I think we got this. We do. 123 to 108. Force a game 7 back to New York. All right, man. Let's lock it in for this game 7. Let's run an 8-man rotation because I want to win and I want to get into the second round at the very least to end off the video. I don't want to lose in the first round and end it there. So here we go. Game 7, 8-man rotation. Here's for it all, and it's a close game. Very close game. Hornets take the lead. We need it back, baby. Come on. There we go. We take it back. We take it good, and I think we got it. There we go. We win. Game 7. Jalen Brunson drops 32. W. Shot 6-6 from 3. Now we have another game 7 in Boston and Orlando. And we get the Boston Celtics in round 2. We tried to steal Grant Williams from them. They did not allow it. And now this is our starting 5 going against theirs. Game 1, we're down 1-0. Game 2, they're up 2-0. We do win game 3. And we won game 4. Can we win game 5? Yes, we can. We won game 6. Let's go. We won 4 in a row. And we're in the Eastern Conference Finals. We get the A-seeded Atlanta Hawks, who are, you know, obviously also in on Dejounte Murray, and I think that's where Dejounte Murray will ultimately end up, is in Atlanta. But regardless, we have him on the Knicks here with Jalen Brunson. So they're the 8th seed. We should win technically. Game 1, 1-0. They even it up. They're up 2-1. We're gonna get 8th seeded here, aren't we? Nope. We win game 4. Can we win game 5? Yes, we can. Can we beat them in 6? No. Game 7. Going to New York for this game 7. Trae Young versus the Knicks. Game 7 Eastern. I can only imagine what that crowd would be like if Trae Young had a great game on them. But first quarter goes well for us. Second quarter, they kind of sneak back in a little bit. And I think we got it. I think we win. We are in the NBA Finals with Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett, Dejounte Murray. And now we get the Pelicans to end off the video. So Zion, Ingram, Dyson Daniels. They no longer have CJ apparently, unless if he's just bad. Nope, they don't. So game 1, they're up 1-0. Game 2, even it up. Game 3, they're up 2-1. We even it up. Man, so many game 6s and game 7s in this one. Game 5, we win. And we win in 6. Let's go. We won a championship with the New York Knicks using Jalen Brunson, and Dejounte Murray wins Finals MVP. So this was the final roster we put together here in New York. Obviously, this is probably nothing compared to what it would look like in real life once it's all said and done and Jalen Brunson being in New York. But let me know your guys' overall thoughts are on Jalen Brunson potentially being sought out for a max contract by the Knicks and using all these trades to open up money for Jalen Brunson. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like if you did enjoy. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.